I'm entering my 40th year, actually, this month in business. Never been a quitter, never shied away from tough situations. I think leadership, the cream always rises to the top. And I've always been someone who believes in the fact that if there's things we need to fix, we're going to fix them. If there are things the players have a perspective on that they don't like that we're doing or I'm doing, we'll fix them, Malika. So I think there's a point in time when obviously there's a lot of, and I said emotion, passion, whatever you want to call it, about what's going on right now. The league has grown enormously over the last 5 years.
The room didn't just shake, it shattered. Phones went dead, executives froze mid-sentence, and one name set the entire league on fire: Caitlin Clark. If you're watching this unfold live, hit like and stay tuned. This story is moving at lightning speed. It all began quietly. One report, then a second, then a third, each confirming the same explosive whispers behind closed doors. The WNBA's top office is facing pressure like never before, and it's all happening as Caitlin Clark's Nike partnership hits an entirely new level of dominance.
Pretty clear that we're misaligned currently on what our stakeholders want from officiating. We have heard loud and clear that we have not lived up to that needed alignment, and that attention and change is needed to serve the WNBA to the level of excellence that is not currently being met in the various stakeholders' eyes. There are no greater stakeholders than our players. Their voice is integral to the alignment that is required for good officiating, and we look forward to including their perspectives on how our staff can better serve the game moving forward.
Not later, not months from now, right now. And that timing, that's not coincidence, it's collision. While the league was still debating narratives, arguing tone, questioning impact, Nike didn't wait. No permission, no approval. They went all in. A new wave of Caitlin Clark branding hits the market, and the reaction is immediate. Sellouts, skyrocketing numbers, global buzz. Numbers that don't whisper. They humiliate anyone who ever doubted them. Inside the league, sources say the mood flipped overnight. What was once control has turned into full-blown panic.
As we get up to, the end of the season and then into the end of this calendar year. So we'll dialogue with players. I mean, one-on-one relationships, groups of relationships. Players have reached out to me, obviously. So have a lot of people in the basketball ecosystem about all the momentum we have and how important it is to continue that momentum. And I think together we need to.
Was once silence turned into emergency meetings, urgent conversations. You can't downplay someone the world just crowned, and that's when the tension hit its peak. Reports started circulating. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert was under serious internal strain. Not a resignation headline, not a press release, just pressure. The kind you feel when the ground shifts beneath you and everyone knows why. Players are watching, sponsors are watching, fans are watching. And Caitlin Clark? She's barely saying a word, but she doesn't need to. Every time her name trends, every time her ad drops, every time her jersey flies off the shelves, the contrast grows louder. The league tried to control the moment. Nike amplified it. That's the problem.
It is an incredibly isolating thing, and you don't really understand it until you go through it. And then I think the challenge for myself was just, it was one injury, and then it was like a little better, and then it kind of continued to compound and get worse, and, other things pop up, and then I had the ankle injury. So it feels nice to finally be back to 100%. And in a way, at the end of the WNBA season, like obviously I did everything I could to try to be able to come back and be able to play for my team, but it just didn't really work. I think that was almost a way of relief for myself, just knowing that I gave everything I could to possibly try to play, but my body just wasn't really letting me. And then I continued to rehab, and now feeling back at 100%, it honestly took
Insiders say this wasn't about a single deal. It was about control. Who defines the future? Who profits from momentum? And who misread the moment so badly there's no turning back? Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Sources describe closed-door meetings, tense language, words like grateful, platform, and timing floating around. The kind of words that sound polite until the numbers tell a completely different story. Because Caitlin Clark didn't just bring attention, she brought leverage. And leverage changes everything. Nike didn't just renew faith, they doubled down. Expanded campaigns, long-term alignment, global positioning. This wasn't a gamble, it was a verdict. And when the biggest brand in sports decides who matters most, The entire ecosystem has to adjust or fracture. That's why this moment feels different. Not loud, not messy, just heavy. Fans noticed first. The tone shifted. The conversation changed. It stopped being, "Is she the face?" and became, "Why did anyone fight this?" And that's when the league office felt the heat. When momentum moves faster than leadership, accountability is inevitable.
Angrily, the tweets then Houston Rockets GM Daryl Morey supporting Hong Kong anti-government protesters in 2019. It says the WNBA has recently denied that its commissioner Kathy Engelbert will resign once a new CBA is reached. The threat of players striking to secure a better deal still remains. The possibility of both the NBA and WNBA playing games in China come as the former doubles down on its commitment to the country through a new multi-year partnership with the Chinese Basketball Association. This collaboration is a continuation of our long-term efforts to elevate the game of basketball in China at all levels. We look forward to strengthening our collective commitment to developing the next generation of NBA and WNBA players from China.
Look forward to strengthening our collective commitment to developing the next generation of NBA and WNBA players from China. Reports say Engelbert is evaluating her next steps. That choice of words matters. It's not a resignation. It's not a confirmation. But it's also not nothing. It's what happens when pressure comes from every direction: players, partners, public perception. And at the center of it all is Caitlin Clark. Not campaigning, not clapping back, not arguing, just winning the moment. Every era has a tipping point, a moment where resistance looks foolish in hindsight. This feels like one of those. Nike didn't ask who was comfortable. They asked who moved the needle. And once the answer was undeniable, everything else started shaking. So no, this isn't just about a commissioner. It's not just about a contract. And it's definitely not just about one player. This is what happens when the future arrives early and the system isn't ready. Whether the league admits it today or months from now, the truth is already clear. Caitlin Clark isn't asking for space. She owns it, and she owns the aftermath. We're watching it unfold.